Welcome back to Agranak Studios. I'm DM Wisdom. What is the perfect RPG? Leave your answer in the comments right now. Go on, do it. There are purists out there that say white box D&D, BX, Moldvay. They nail it. Others say first edition AD&D nails it and will play nothing else. Some would even say 5e, Pathfinder, Shadowdark, or Castles and Crusades. Maybe the Black Hack, Star Wars West End Games, Rollmaster, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Forbidden Lands, EZD6, Murkbori, or the now on Kickstarter Osric 3rd Edition. Hopefully you commented your personal favorite title. Let me just say this. I personally don't think there is such thing as a perfect role-playing game. And yes, I'm a bit neurotic, so take that into consideration. But every game lacks something, which is why I'm always homebrewing my games, which I think is the spirit of the game. I'm currently playing a homebrewed version of AD&D 2nd Edition, or at least I have directed my players to use those books to reference. Along with the AD&D rules set, homebrewed of course, we are also using this book from D&D 3.5, Libris Mortis, the Book of Undead. Now, I've played 3.5 a few times, but I mostly played Pathfinder 1e for a few years, which most have lauded as D&D 3.75, fixing a lot of the issues that 3.5 had. I don't want to talk about the bloat that 3.5 or even Pathfinder 1st Edition had. That's another video, but man, this book is awesome. Libris Mortis by Andy Collins and Bruce R. Cordell. This is my jam. As we quickly advance into summer here in California, as it was close to 80 degrees Fahrenheit here and it's May, I'm longing for fall already. I hate summer. I am a white man after all, and my people evolved in heavily forested and foggy areas. At any rate, a book like this brings me into that Halloween mood. Fall, dying leaves, pumpkins, vampires, undead, oh yeah. We've been using the PDF of this, and I just got this book, the physical book, today in the mail. This supplement came out in about 2004, I believe. And you can see some of the contents here, all about the undead, character options, prestige classes, spells, equipment, new monsters, campaigns. It's like 200 pages or so of content. What's cool is some of the background stuff it goes into, like undead physiology. So there's this chart right here that lists the undead, what's not required by them, what's an inescapable craving, and are they diet dependent, and then it lists what it is. They get into a lot of the nitty-gritty, which I think really can inform a campaign that you might be running that is undead heavy. They also get into undead society, hierarchies, and the like, undead religion, and then deities. The undead deities, either pro-undead or directly, diametrically, rather opposed, are Afflux, Dorasane, Evening Glory, Nerul, and Orcus. It gets into fighting undead, knowing its weakness. Great stuff here. Defensive tactics. And then gets into the bloat of 3.5, which are the feats. Which can be fun if you just sort of give a feat out as a bonus thing rather than it being part of a character build necessarily. We'll flip past these. Then it gets about having undead in the party as a player character, and undead monster classes over here, such as making a morgue barbarian, or a ghoul ranger, or a mummy sorcerer, also the white rogue, vampire wizard, and fighter wizard. Then it gets into prestige classes, and those are like the upper echelon classes. I actually liked this sort of idea within Dungeons and Dragons because it makes sense that after 10th level, you should be way more badass than just some more hit points. So there's some great things: the Dirge Singer, Master of Radiance, Master of Shrouds, Pale Master, the Sacred Purifier, the True Necromancer, and then Undead Prestige classes: Lurking Terror, Master Vampire, so on and so forth. This next section on spells is really what we've leaned into, bringing in some of the flavors of these spells into our campaign, and it's been really fun. Most of which because my wife's character is a worshiper, a cleric of a vampire god. And so, yeah, there's some great flavorful stuff in here. One of the spells we are using, which I've changed the name of, is represented here, is Avasculate. You shoot a ray of necromantic energy from your outstretched hand, causing any living creature struck by the ray to violently purge blood or other vital fluids through its skin. So great flavor going on there. You could just see the spellcaster sucking the life force in fluids out of the target. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And being that we homebrew a lot, it's not hard to take those descriptions and then kind of tweak the hit point deduction or damage to any system that you're using, even a game like Easy D6 where there's just hits or strikes. It's a great picture right here of the necrotic burst. This book then gets into equipment, gets into magic items such as the ghoul shell or the white shield, and then weapons, which is cool because it's like things that you can lay over on top of any weapon. And so like the ghost strike or sacred, it's a sacred weapon, and what would be included in that. And then this is a cool section on undead grafts, where you take the essence of an undead and kind of make a sack or whatever, or some sort of just thing that you stick onto a living being, and then they gain the different abilities of some undead. Dark and twisted. Love it. And then there's a whole section on new monsters, which takes up a good chunk of this 200-page book. Great artwork. I love this one, the Boneyard, which is depicted in this picture, where it's just a bunch of skeletal mass from different creatures that create this awesome monster. Really, really cool. Carcass Eater, Cinder Spawn, the Crypt Chanter. I like heavier descriptions of monsters so that you really get a feel for who they are, why they do what they do, or what sort of abilities they have, so that you can inform that in game rather than just having a quick line of text like in some of the more rules-light RPGs. But that's just me. The Dire Maggot, friggin' gross. So on and so forth. Some really great stuff in here. Then it gets into a section on undead in the campaign, incorporating undead into your campaign. And I don't know about you, but using undead is one of my favorite monsters to use besides dragons. And, call me a basic bitch, but I like that sort of flavor in my games. Gets into running undead encounters, which I am looking forward to reading. I haven't read that yet. Has a sample cemetery, and then great little backstories of different sort of undead creatures that could be your BBEG of the week, or even of a few session, or even the main campaign. Liches and sample liches, etc. More maps, which is always nice. House on the Hill, a mortuary, a ghoul colony, Barrowfield, very, very cool. Gotta love that. Has that side view as well as an above view with topography. Adventure sites like, I don't know how you say that, Nuchar's Tomb. A Simple Barrow, Fanghurst. And all the rooms are mapped out, what might be in it and what's going on. Warlord Subterfuge, the Necromantic Vault, anything with a pentagram, count me in. A map of some catacombs, and that's the end of it. There's going to be a link to this down in the description where you can get the PDF, or you can find yourself a physical copy. I got this one for $50, which is $20 over the cover price. So as these games get older and older, their price kind of goes up. Libris Mortis, really friggin' cool. It's okay to borrow from game systems that you're not even using. You should learn how to tweak and homebrew out of different games so that you can use whatever that you're thinking of or gain inspiration from some of these older books. All right, that just about does it for me. Thanks for stopping by Agranak Studios today, and we'll see you on the next one. Later!